So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this iOS 9.3.4 for your iPhone 5S. Now, if you go into your iPhone 5S, you're gonna see there is a software update available, and I thought 9.3.3 was the final release for the 5S and Apple devices, your iPad, your iPhone, your iPod. But I think this one will finally be the last iOS 9 release. Now, we've done so much iOS 9 coverage on this channel from pretty much all the way back to when it was just iOS 9, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this one just a little bit. So iOS 9.3.4 brings, you can see right here if I can get focused in there, provides an important security update for your iPhone and iPad and is recommended for all users. Basically what this does is it fixes the Pangu jailbreak update. So if you were jailbreaking, Apple has kind of gonna squash that here with iOS 9.3.4. I'm sure there's gonna be another jailbreak for iOS 9.3.4 as well. But for now, they're gonna squash that with this update. And I don't think there's gonna be many performance updates here, improvements here for iOS 9.3.4. But what I'm gonna do before we go ahead and update is I'm gonna run through these applications really quickly and I'm going to time them to see if the speed does increase here before we go ahead and update. So let me just go in the clock here. And this is for the 5S. Let's go into stopwatch. I'm gonna hit start and then I'm gonna go. You can see everything is closed here. So let's hit start and then let's go. Okay, let's come out. Let's go to calendar. Let's come out. Let's go to calculator. Let's come out. Let's go to settings. Let's come out. Let's go to camera. Let's come out. Let's go into YouTube. Let that load up really quickly. Once it loads, come on, you can do it. Okay, let's come out. Let's go into PyGeek. Let that load, let that load. Let's come out, let's come into Safari. Now this is not a scientific test. Let's go into speed test, but this is a test that is going to show you basically just the performance and if it's just a little bit quicker to open stuff on the newer version. So let's go into eBay here and let that load up. Let's come into weather. And I just dropped the iPhone 6 iOS 9.3.3 earlier today, but that video was recorded before the 9.3.4 was dropped earlier today. So we're gonna lap it right there at 47.91. So 47.91, remember that for when we update. So let's go into settings now. And let me go ahead and download and install this update. I'm gonna put my passcode in really quickly here. And this is gonna go ahead and download and install. This is going to agree right here. You're just gonna agree to the terms of service. And I really do think this is gonna be the final one. I don't see a 9.3.5 coming for iPhone 5S. You know, iOS 10 is gonna be out within 2 months. It's just, this was like 2 weeks ago. They just dropped 9.3.3 and they already have this newer version right here on the iPhone 5S. So I'm gonna let that download really quickly. And then I will be back once it is done downloading. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We are now about 10 minutes in and it's still updating. Remember, this is 24.6 megabytes, 10 minutes in so far. This is about, 12 minutes so far. So it's taking a little bit of time to update the iPhone 5S, but it looks like we're almost in here. This might be the final reboot here for the 5S. Let's see if that is, and is it the final reboot? Let's see what happens here. Come on, 5S, we love you so much. You can do it, buddy. Come on. Okay, it's gonna be one more, so I'll be back in just a second. All right, looks like we're about in on the iPhone 5S. So a total of about 15 to 20 minutes to boot this guy up. Let me go ahead and put my password in one more time so we can get in here. And I wanna confirm that we are on the latest version here, iOS 9.3.4. So if I go into a general here and I go to about and you scroll down, now you can see we are now on 9.3.4, 13G 35 here. So the iPhone 5S, I just did one of these like a couple of weeks ago, but now we're here again doing 9.3.4. So like I say, not a lot of updates here, just a performance fix to fix the jailbreak Pangu, but not much in terms of the visual aspects. Performance is gonna be about the same here because they didn't really tweak much of that. It was more security stuff and jailbreak fixes and things like that. So if you like to jailbreak, you might wanna hold off on this version really quickly. But now let's go ahead and run that, speed test that we did earlier. So you remember on 9.3.3, it was 47.91 here for our iPhone 5S. Let me go ahead and close out the apps sans the clock because we're gonna use that 47.91. So let's restart and let's try this one more time and see if there is a difference in speed. Everything is closed once again really quickly here. Let's go ahead and hit start. Let's come back out. Let's go into calendar. Let's come back out. Let's go into calculator. Let's come back out. Let's go into settings. Let's come back out. Let's go into camera. Let's come back out. Let's go into YouTube. Let that load up really quickly here on the iPhone 5S. Let's come back out. Let's go into PyGeek. Missed that tap, so you can give it about half a second to a second more. Okay, let's come back out. Let's go into Safari. Missed that tap again. So, you know, add a couple of seconds for these mistaps that I'm having here, but it still should be pretty close. So let's go into Amazon. Let's come back out. Let's go into eBay. Let's come back out. Let's go into weather. Let's come back out. Let's go into App Store. And let's go to clock. Once this is done, let's go into clock and let's lap it. So even with my mistaps, 45.90, so you do get a couple of seconds increase in speed. Like I say, it's nothing that's gonna change your world or anything. And this was not a scientific, that was not a scientific test. It's not factual. It's more just real world, me tapping in and out. But it does look like there is gonna be a slight increase based on that, you know, what you just seen there in the speed. So kudos to Apple for getting us, you know, even if it's a 0.1% speed increase on our 5Ss, that is always welcome. I was actually going to do the iPhone 5S iOS 9.3.3 versus iPhone 6 iOS 9.3.3, but it's probably gonna be the iPhone 5S iOS 9.3.4 versus iPhone 6 9.3.4. And if you have any other video suggestions on what you wanna see on, you know, the latest iOS 9.3.4 for other Apple devices that I do have, you know the ones I have if you've been subscribing, go ahead and drop that down below in the comments section. What do you guys think of this update? Are you gonna do it? Have you done it already? Are you gonna skip it out and just wait till iOS 10? Hopefully this is the last update because I am ready for some visual changes. We all know what iOS 10 looks like according to the betas, but you know what? I do official releases around here and we're very looking forward to iOS 10 coverage here when it comes out. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this little quick review, iOS 9.3.4 for the 5S, go ahead, click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology content like this. All my Android people, we got some Android stuff coming soon. Don't think I forgot about you. There's just been a lot of iOS software updates dropping lately. So anyways, have a great day wherever you are. Be sure to be well and peace.